Okay, hello viewers. Once again, this is your regular host. My name is Michael. You're welcome once again to Visa's Migration channel. I am here to actually educate some of our viewers on some questions I've been getting, of recent. People telling me it's asking me or someone already proposed to them that once they arrive here with tourist visa, they can easily convert this to residence permit, or once they arrive to Russia Federation with business visas, that they can easily convert this to work permit to residence permit. Honestly speaking, it's not possible. You don't have to waste your money or your effort going through such methods. And I have to also let you know that Russia is very strict. If you're coming for tourism, of course, you must be able to depict the structure of someone who's actually coming for such visit. And when I mean structure, I'm trying to classify it, into a category of those who are actually, initially have the travel experiences and possibly, they have what they call a financial stability back home, social stability, family ties, etc., etc. You have to defend all that at the Russian embassy. That is going to be a topic for another day. So it is not possible for you to extend tourist business visas. Okay, if your mindset is all about settling down here, whether as a single person or you have your family, all you have to do is go through the go through these two routes. Let me advise you on these two routes. The first is through study permit, and the second, of course, if you have direct employment opportunity here, that is also an excellent one, because direct employment opportunity, it's actually rare, of course, but we have companies who recruit from Africa. Of course, I think I will talk about that later. You just sending your questions, sending your requests and all that. I will answer all your questions, publicly on the TV. So the study route actually gives you a lot of opportunity. There's something called the RVPO right now, which is more like having the 3 years Russian temporary residence permit, for fresh, incomers, so to speak. You have a you apply for bachelor's degree with a Russian medium or English medium. You can there's some universities actually offer this opportunity instead of the regular 1 year visa extension. You can just have 3 years and you follow the necessary, process. Nothing to boycott, because Russia is always strict about documentation, translation, effectiveness in everything. It's a very tedious process, but of course, it's going to have a long-lasting effect. So the other one, which I said I'm going to talk on later, is about direct employment, which is also good. It has a lot of opportunities. 3 years, multiple entry, which are dependent, at least one person to two dependents. Like that. We'll talk about that if I have questions to deal with on that section. Yes, coming back to study permit. Study permit is actually an excellent route. If you actually graduate with what is called a Krasny diplom, Krasny diplom simply means distinction. If you have this, either after a bachelor's degree, your master's degree, or your PhD, certification, you can have permanent residence in Russia. A 5 years permanent residence. It's called the blue passport, which is renewable. And possibly after your graduation, you're able to work for a year and you're able to pay your nalog, that is your tax. It is possible for you to translate this directly into your Russian citizenship. So the procedures are actually stage by stage. You can't jump on procedure and over the order. You have to follow it stage by stage. These procedures are actually very tedious, but trust me, once you have it, that's just going to be the beginning of your expedition in Russia Federation. I also want to talk about those who have actually been expelled from the university, because Russia is actually very strict with academic. They have a lot of principles in respect to that. I'm going to talk about that, in the next few minutes. For now, bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome again. I'm back like I earlier promised. Yeah, talking about craftsman diploma. Craftsman diploma, literary translation simply means, a red diploma. But of course, it's obviously means distinction. Yes, if you have distinction, after your study, whether English or Russian medium, you automatically have a future here in Russia Federation. This simply means that you can directly apply for your 5 years, permanent residence, which is renewable. Okay, well, not just for you, your dependent inclusive. If I say dependent, it simply means your children, your spouse, because it actually has a list where you have to, list the names of your dependents. So of course you can always apply for them, through the regular invitation, bring them in, and convert and have your permanent residence. And after working for 1 2 years, you can easily, convert this back to the Russian passport. Automatically having a citizenship, through such academic route. And of course, I've been seeing a lot of people saying a lot of nasty things about working in Russia. Of course, there are a lot of people. I'm one of the evidences, of course. The minimum wage is excellent as far as I'm concerned, and life is easy. When I mean easy, I mean migrants' problem. No, rule that out. Not like other parts of the world. Of course, you have immigration policy that supports Africans, especially. Not just Africans. I don't want to be biased. Everyone. Once you come into Russia, the immigration policy supports you. The only thing that will not make such support you if you're crime or criminal oriented, so to speak. If you're criminal oriented, of course, no policy will support you. And even the black community, of course, will not be able to rescue you. So it's always good when you come to a country, live within the confine of the law, and do things, excellently, outrightly as supposed to be done. All right, so the last video I did, I briefly talked about admission process and what have you. Let me just elaborate more on it. If you need to listen to that, you can see revisit the other videos. Okay, in terms of admission process, if you're coming for bachelor's degree, all you need is just your O level. If you're from Nigeria, Ghana, West Africa, like that, you need your WAEC, of course, because West African Examination Council. So you need your WAEC. You need to translate this to Russian language. You need your international passport. You need to translate to Russian language, and of course, apply to the schools you want and pay the appropriate fees that needs to be paid. And after that, you have what is called the Gavor. The Gavor is more like a contract. You're not going to a contract. If you're going to be a fee-paying student, you go into a contract, of course, yearly renewable. And after signing this contract, some university will ask to pay for a year tuition, some will ask to pay for a semester tuition. And after that, you have the invitation sent directly to you and to the embassy, of course, in your region. If you're coming in for master's degree, definitely you need an evidence of your bachelor's degree, your transcript, and what have you. Translate all these documents, legalize them as well at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Education, all those procedures. I'm going to list them out for some of you, as long as we're having a chit chat. Very important. Also, if you're coming for your PhD, I've had a lot of questions about this. Okay, it's a PhD here. You must have. It's not really mandatory for you to have a publication in your master's degree. The most important thing is you should be able to get a supervisor. Check the list of supervisors. Check their research areas. Okay, then propose your thesis. Propose what you want to research on. Ensure that you detailed the necessary information. And leave that. Once they see it, if they're interested in it. But first and foremost, you have to check the list of potential supervisors. Check the list, check their areas of research interest, then draft your proposal towards that. And of course, someone will accept you, and that is it. That is for fee-paying students. For those who want to be under the Russian government scholarship, there are various scholarships under the Russian government, of course. All you have to do is ensure you're prepared for this. For the next academic session, I think it's going to start by somewhere around October, November. You start watching out for my page. I'm going to talk about this. You start applying, sending your application. You have about 5 or 6 universities to choose from, and send your proposals to them. Some you're going to write exam, blah blah blah, interview here and there, and so on. I'm going to elaborate on all this as well. Okay. So love you all. If you have more questions, there's something you want us to talk about. Someone send you an invitation, you want to verify it, you can always send it to our email address as shown on the screen. Okay. See you some other time. Please make sure you like, subscribe to this channel because it's really going to help you a lot. Thank you. Bye.
Are you dreaming of exploring the rich history of Russia, advancing your education, or expanding your business horizons? Introducing Visas Migration, your gateway to seamless visa solutions for Russia. Whether it's employment, study, tourism, or business, we've got you covered. Our team at Visas Migration is committed to providing you with the best visa support and invitation services. Thanks to Visas Migration, I got my Russia employment visa hassle-free and started my dream job. Studying in Russia was a breeze with Visas Migration. They took care of all the paperwork, making my journey smooth and stress-free. I needed a tourist visa for my Russian adventure, and Visas Migration made the entire process quick and efficient. Doing business in Russia? Look no further. Visas Migration ensured all my visa requirements were met, allowing me to focus on growing my ventures. At Visas Migration, we understand the complexities of visa procedures. That's why we handle all invitation types, ensuring you receive the support you need. Our team is dedicated to providing personalized assistance, guiding you through every step of the visa application process. Choose Visas Migration for reliability, professionalism, and a stress-free visa experience. Your journey to Russia begins with us. Visas Migration, your trusted partner for Russian visas. Because your dreams know no borders, visit us at www.visasmigration.com for more information.